I'm all alone today to do this mukbang because I kind of planned it spur of the moment because I have to test out my two cameras. I don't want to have to invite Joe and Josh and then find out that I have to throw away the footage, all right? So let's pose. You're watching The Bear Pantry Show. My name is Barbara, and for over a decade I've been teaching viewers and subscribers how to cook authentic dishes from my home country of Belize and many other delicious dishes from basic ingredients. So this is what I'm eating, my garden salad that I make the same way every day. Lettuce, spinach, red, yellow, orange peppers, cucumbers, little cherry tomatoes, and carrots. And I cut the carrots julienne. And this is the rice that I'm eating today. This is that vegetarian rice that I made in the prior video that you saw, maybe one or two videos back. 1/3 cup. And then I have 1/3 cup of hummus. All right, so I'm eating vegetarian or vegan today, okay? So let me pull this back, make sure you can see everything. Joe doesn't want to eat this. He wants the rice and the vegetables, but he wants meat. He said, you don't make no meat? I make lamb. All right? He's going to make beef later. So I have a spoon here. What do I have this? Oh, for the hummus. Pretty little spoon. Oh, let me tell you what I did with the hummus. I put some Dutch cheese. Let me see if you can see it. I put some Dutch cheese in it because I didn't have any feta cheese. Oh my goodness, can I just tell you, it just took it up a level. And so that doesn't make it vegan anymore, right? Because cheese comes from milk comes from cow, whatever, it's vegetarian. That's why I can't with you guys. I can't with you vegans. There's too many rules. Oh, let me show you my jewelry before I start. I'm wearing my gold chain with my jade that I brought with me from Belize when I came when I was 15. And then my mom got me some pins. These are some gold pins, you know, the fake gold, put together to make a little angel with the jade on it. I'm wearing my stones because Troyce told me to wear my stones, right? So anyway, shout out to the people who came over from Troyce's channel. You guys brought a lot of love. Man, besides the like 3 or 4 handful of people I have that I know that love me here at my page, I've never received that much love from being a content creator at YouTube till you guys came over. I think it's like 400, slow down, 400 of you that came over. So I made the hummus for a reel or a short. I have water here, but only if my throat stirs up because I've been sick for the past 3 or 4 days. In the morning times, I get this massive sore throat after 4 in the morning. Well, after 3:24 in the morning. I always wake up at 3:24 or 3:16. I don't know why. To go use the bathroom. 3:24 is my mom's birthday and my nephew's birthday. 3:16 in the Bible. John 3:16 said God so loved the world, right? Maybe that's why it has some significance. Anyways, when I go back to bed at that time and I wake up again 6 o'clock, bad sore throat. When I get up and I sip cold water, it goes away. So I know it's not a bug or a virus. So I had a doctor's appointment. The doctor says it's post-nasal drip. How gross. While I'm eating, right? While you guys are eating. So anyway, it was so good. I like the lemon in this rice. So I have a lot to share with you guys. I bought the Batty Twins sauce that they're selling. The sauce, they say like New Yorkers like sauce. I unboxed it and tasted it just now. It tastes so good, guys. It's so good. I'm gonna review it and eat it in a mukbang. Are you guys like me? To where you don't like your foods to touch? I just realized that about myself because Joe will make the eggs over easy for me in the morning times with a piece of dry toast, no butter, and 1 strip of bacon. Well, I eat that on Saturdays. During the week, I eat toast and peanut butter. When I bust the egg to dip the bread and eat it, I take the bacon out and put it on my lap. Joe said, why do you do that with the bacon all the time? And I said, because I don't want it to get wet with the egg. Are you guys like that? So it's a rainy day today, overcast and rainy. I was just going to put away my blankets because it was hot for like 10 days here in Southern California. And I was going to put away my blankets. And then I looked at the weather report and it says it's going to be cold and rainy this week, child. So Joe want chicken soup and powder bun. Where you get that from? Huh?
My mother.
Not. We gonna fight. That's from my beautiful grandmother. That's what she used to want every time it rained. And it rained all the time in Belize. Anyway, I taped. I don't want to go too much into the technical problems that I'm having with these cameras, because it's going to take up my whole 20-minute mukbang. But needless to say, Joe and I taped a mukbang the other day, and it was good. It was fun. We had a lot of banter back and forth. And I can't use any of the footage because too much of the footage became corrupted that I had to chop it here, chop it there, chop it everywhere, and I threw it in the trash. And then Joshua and I taped the mukbang, and you probably have seen that one already. I don't know when this one's going to fall in sequence. I don't tape too far in advance. I notice most people tape 2-3 months in advance, not me. I'm like a day or two in advance. Anyways, I'm going through a lot. I have someone trying to help me with ideas. We worked on an idea last night, and so I changed the setting in all my cameras to match the one camera that's not acting stupid. So it's about the frame rate. So I've changed the frame rate on this camera right here from 60 to 30. I've changed the frame rate on this camera from 24 to 30. The other camera was always on 30. So we say maybe that's why it's not acting up, right? And it probably has something to do with iMovie. Well, it's not just iMovie either, because I'm using DaVinci Resolve, and it was but for the grace of God, I was able to get footage to use from when Troy's came. I was in tears when I was editing that video because I was so scared I wouldn't get the footage I needed. So I wanted to talk with you guys about a video that's doing well at Facebook for me on one of the reels. It's the one where I said, I let my husband loose in the kitchen, and this is what he did. And he made like oxtail, rice and beans, and I made potato salad. Not from when Troy's came, though, from earlier in March. And then I put in a caption on the video that this is why I don't pray over my food. And then in the description I put, because my husband knows how to cook. Now, you guys heard me tell Troyce that joke when he was here. We always say that joke. I don't know where we learned it from, but we always say, I don't pray over my food. We know how to cook. Kind of like being tongue-in-cheek. Child, the people started to drag me. The video was up for like 3 weeks already, not getting any views. All of a sudden, somebody find it. One of them crazy Christians found it. And they started to put it out there and drag me for filth. The video have over 100,000 views. I don't know how much more than that. Kind of go check. Because the comments are so mean and nasty. They call me dumb. They call me stupid. All kind of thing. I just went back onto one comment and said, it's a joke. But honestly, guys, that's a joke. But honestly, I don't pray over my food. But when I get up from eating this food, I'll say, thank you, God, for that food. You know, I appreciate the fact that I had the money to buy it. Or if somebody gave it to me or whatever, thank you. And I pray for digestion. But I don't pray before. And I tell you guys all the time, I wasn't raised that way. We were raised to pray all the time. We went to church all the time and stuff. But we never prayed over the food. I don't know why my granny's house didn't pick up that ritual. You know what I mean? So I asked my cousin Effie the other day, and then she said, no, we don't pray over the food, because my sister does. So I think she picked that up in her adulthood, right? She goes, no, we don't pray over the food. She says, up to now, I don't pray over the food. But nobody prays more than me. And you guys that know me knows that, right? Because I just got a testimony today with one of my friends that I was praying with over a health situation, and she got some great results. And she's all like, you know, thank you so much for praying with me. Then another friend texted me and said, you haven't seen me on Facebook or Instagram because I'm going through some stuff. And she says, please, please, please pray for me. So if people are reaching out to me to ask me to pray for them or pray with them, and they're coming back giving me testimony, what does that tell you about me? That I'm a God-fearing person and I do pray. I just have not become ritualistic about praying over my food the way other people do. And I think I'm trying to figure out the reason why. Because I always like figure out why. Why don't I, you know, I always question myself. And honestly, because I see a lot of people pray over their food, especially mukbangers, and we could call B-Love's name. And she's not the only one though, but a lot of people, I call her name because she prays over her food all the time. They will pray over the food and then continue to just pig out. And that's a sin too. Gluttony is also a sin. You know what I mean? So if they say I'm sinning because I'm not praying over my food, then what are these mukbangers doing that are eating big, you know, assortments of big allotments, big amounts? Child, use the right word. Big amounts of food, right? Plus, I think I'm slightly traumatized. Can I tell you guys a story? Jory's all the way in his room at the back of the house. And he talked. We could hear it all the way out here. We're going to hear his whole business. You want to cook more at home, but recipes can be overwhelming because most recipes cater to a large group. The solution is my new small batch book, No More Leftovers. Enjoy air fryer wings and other appetizers for 2, small batch Belizean breads, main dishes for 2, small batch dishes and drinks and smoothies for 1. You'll be able to stay on your eating plan or diet because my recipes for mini cakes, pies, and cookies only yield enough for you to enjoy a treat and share with a couple of friends or family. Watch this easy recipe for 1 loaf of baguette. Place 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon sugar, 1 tablespoon active dry yeast, 1 teaspoon of salt, and a cup of warm water in a bowl. Mix with the handle of a wooden spoon to make a dough ball. Cover and let rise for 1 hour. Punch down the dough, then roll into a rectangle. Tuck and roll. Pinch the seams shut, score, then cover and let rise for 30 minutes. Bake at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 25 minutes, then butter and enjoy. Pick up a copy of my new small batch book, No More Leftovers, at www.barepantryshow.com. Shop safely and securely at www.barepantryshow.com. I didn't take one bite while I was waiting for that commercial to play so that ice cream man could go by because I want to taste my hummus on camera with my Dutch cheese. Ready? I did that. Such a simple hummus. I didn't even put any pepper in it this time. I don't want anything to aggravate my throat, you know? Anyways, let me tell you about the trauma I endured. Why I think it even added to the fact that I don't pray over my food. So when my cousin Effie had this big birthday party back in the day, I don't know how many years ago. She's 50 now. It wasn't her 40th. It might have been. Joe, which birthday do you think that was before she turned 40? Like 39 or something. It's been a while, right? That Madeline threw her that party at the restaurant. It's not 5 years ago, right? Madeline probably been dead 5 years. 10 years ago. So not her 40th, because for her 40th, she threw a big party and me and Joe catered the food. So I remember that. Anywho, they invited us to this birthday dinner and we had it at a fancy smancy restaurant over there in LA near Beverly Hills, or probably in Beverly Hills. And it was like 5 couples that came and they had 3 different dishes for us to pick from because it's a private thing they put off in the room. So most of the people who came picked from the other 2 dishes except for me and one of Effie's cousin. So when our dish came, they were already halfway done eating, the other party goers. So when our dish arrived, Effie's brother-in-law, whom I really like him, but I'm still mad at him, Kent, said, Babsy, why don't you pray over the food and bless the food, because none of us prayed over the food and we're all like almost halfway done eating. All of them are heathens too. They didn't pray over their food. You know what I mean? And why they asked me is because I can talk. And they know I can pray and they know I can talk. So whenever you have somebody who knows how to talk and speak eloquently and articulately in the family and knows how to pray, they will call on you for everything that they do at parties, right? They'll let you MC whatever. So I said, no, I don't want to. You know, because it's not something that I do. I felt uncomfortable. And he's like, come on. You know how to talk, get it done. So I said this prayer that I learned from a pastor of a church that I used to go to years ago. And the prayer goes like this. Bless this food which we're about to receive. Bless it for the nourishment of my body. Take out all the impurities, I pray. In Jesus' name, amen. Very simple prayer. So I know how to pray over my food. It's just not a habit that I do, right? Child, let me tell you. That lady got mad. Effie boss, because she lived with the boss. She was a Jewish lady and she liked me, but she loved Joe. She only liked me. She loved Joe. She hella loved Effie. She got mad. Why? Because I say in Jesus' name. I'm a Christian. I pray in Jesus' name. I didn't know that was going to offend her. Honestly, if I did, I wouldn't have said it. Because when I'm in people's homes or they've invited me to something like that, I try to follow what the rules are, because you're going to find out in life, even though if you're, a Christian or whatever religion you belong to, that every room that you enter has a code of conduct that you must follow. And you need to know what that code of conduct is, or you're going to get in trouble with the host or whatever. Child, I didn't even think, because it was a memorized prayer. So I totally forgot to leave the Jesus part off of it. And I know that the Christians are going to come at me and go, why? I wouldn't left Jesus' name off of it. Jesus, this. I didn't want to like rock the boat. You know what I mean? That lady started to hate me. She told Effie I was not invited to come to no more of the parties they had in the backyard. Joe can come, but I can't go. Oh, like that. She had this set of jewelry to give me that was the earring, the chain, the bracelet, and the ring made from turquoise, I think. If it's not turquoise, it was jade that she wanted to give me. Beautiful set. Effie showed it to me that she was going to give it to me. Girl, she took it back. That lady have a big cat bile. From people from Belize and from the Caribbean know what a cat bile, a big old swelling here because it. I lose out on all type of gifts. Couldn't go to no modest lady party. Well, they were Effie parties. Effie's parties. I still went. And she would talk to me. But I knew she didn't like me anymore. I think I'm traumatized. Would you guys be traumatized? Anyway, let's come back to B-Love's. I watched B-Love's son, Zaddy Chunk Chunk, and he's dating this pretty girl, right? The other girlfriend he had... Hey, Jory, you go past me. Let Jory go by, guys. That's my money. Yeah. So I watch Zaddy Chunk Chunk, right, Dalvin? He has this pretty girl he's dating. Not to say that the ex-girlfriend not pretty. I watch her too. I like her channel. I don't think he and the ex-girlfriend belong together. He has a video on his page where... I hope this beans don't hurt my stomach. Because hummus is made from garbanzo beans. Lord, let me slow down. So he has a video on his page... where he was being rude to his ex as a prank. This is before he met this girlfriend. And the stuff he was saying to her, if that wasn't rehearsed, you can tell that stuff that he would say to her in their fights, their normal fights. If it wasn't, if it was rehearsed, then that's a different story. But they said it wasn't rehearsed. And she didn't like have a reaction. Like to me, if he, in the minute somebody says something out that turned to me, I'm all like, what? What the hell are you talking about? I check people right away because I don't let things fester, right? And you could see her getting madder and madder in the video, and you could see like her eyes darken. She was like so angry. I don't know why in a helicopter they fly so low over my head. So at the end of the video, she slapped him, and she went to go sit in the other room with her computer, and she was mad. That's when he followed her out there and said, it's a prank, it's a prank. And she couldn't get over her anger. So if it was a prank that they didn't plan out together, then she would have softened her attitude towards him at the end and kind of laughed it off. She was still so much in a rage she could not soften up at the end. So I think it was a true prank that wasn't staged or rehearsed. And that she was truly angry at all the stuff he was saying to her. And he was saying some mean stuff to her. And under the guise of it being a prank. And that slap at the end, if it was real, that's probably how all their fights go. And even though I was hurt for her, I didn't want her to make her hand fast. That's what Belize people say. Don't make your hand fast. Like when you're fighting, you know, with your spouse or your loved ones or whatever, don't hit. I'm going to go on a different topic really quickly. I watched Larry Reid live, I think episode 4 of his season 2 of his reality show. And the wife, I don't want to say beating, the ex-wife was spanking that daughter, probably 14, 15, 16. I don't know how old that daughter. Why do you have to spank a kid that's that old? You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on in them people's house. Them church people house too. So I hope she don't get in trouble for it. The child wasn't injured, but you're not supposed to hit. When you're fighting, no violence should be involved. And that goes back to Will Smith too. There is never a reason for violence. Even if they had called that girl a hoe, there's never a reason for violence. Unless somebody smack you, then you smack them back. But I'm saying when it comes to words, you know. Anyway, let's go back to Dalvin Zaddy Chunk Chunk. You know, the girl that he's dating now, It's from this island in West Africa called Cape Verde. A friend of mine told me that Amber Rose come from there too. I think the girl is really, really pretty. Joe just thought the girl was alright. He says, she alright. You know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, like Diane said on one of my last videos when I stood up for Paula Patton. Anyway, I think the girl's first language is Portuguese. And then they speak a broken down form of Portuguese, which is, they call it Creole, but it's not our Belizean Creole where it's broken English. And I think she speaks Spanish when she moved to New York. I think she moved there when she was like 6. She's about 30 now. And then English. English is like her 4th language, but she speaks it well. So she planned this Valentine's Day dinner for Dalvin, right? And she, to me, girl, Ellie, listen to me. You did too much. Women, listen to me. You can't be doing too much for men. I don't care how much you love them. You can't be doing too much for men because men likes a chase. And once that chase is gone, they're going to look to somebody else to chase. You understand what I mean? I don't say you couldn't plan a romantic dinner. Maybe you could even cook the dinner because maybe he don't know how to cook. But all that lot of decoration that she did, and maybe it's something she likes to do, but it was too much. Confetti, cards, hearts cut out, this and the third. First course, second course, third course. Child, it was too much. It was too much. Not to bend over backward for no man. Let me sip some of my water. I feel a little itch coming in my throat. So anyways, the girl had this card on the table and she, I don't want to say she zoomed in on it, but she took the camera right in on it so that we could see. And what was on the card was so... Joe, what the word I'm looking for? What was on that card? What the word I'm looking for? Out of order? No. You said a word when I showed it to you. Joe, you said a word.
I did?
Yeah. You guys want to know what's on it? I'm not going to show you what's on it because I don't want that on my platform. I'm going to show it to you. I don't have no account that's Citibank. You see all these people trying to like rip you off? The girl always acts mature, right? Because she's 30, he's 27. But this to me showed a little bit of her immaturity maybe and her insecurity. I always thought she was very secure. But this just kind of took it over the edge for me. And you know what? The boy edited it in. Why would he edit that in? You have parents that watch this. Because B-Loves and her husband did a video saying, what do we think about her? Because they had never met her, according to them. You know, if this is just content, we don't know. I'm telling you what we're seeing from the outside, right? From their videos they're making. And they put, you know, what we think about her and where she's from or whatever. I couldn't watch the whole video because I can't stand to see them eat. Okay, so I screenshot it. It says, I love you for your personality, but there's hearts all over the thing. And that's in black ink. And then in red ink, she puts that D, and it's the word meaning a male part. You know what I mean? The eggplant, if you get, is a huge bonus. And she spelled out the whole word. Why? Why would they need, that is so like unbecoming. I don't know if that's the word Joe used. Because I saw such elegance in her, but why put that? If that's a private joke between you guys, leave it private. There's things that we don't need to know. You know, I'm not a prude, but I'm from that, I can't even tell you I'm from that era because I was born in the 60s and raised up in the late 70s, you know, to mid 80s, right? That's when I came of age, right? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. But I would rather see a well-dressed man with the vest and the tie and the cuff links and all type of stuff and the pretty shoes and stuff. I'd rather see that than to see a half-naked man on the beach in some little skivvies or something. That's just me. So that part, if you wanted to have that as an inside joke, we all know y'all sleeping together. If you don't want B-Loves to know, she knows now. You know what I mean? So why did you have to put that out there though? Ellie, Dalvin, why did you have to put that out there? That was unclassy to me. To me. So after that, B-Loves make a video and said, I finally met Ellie. She FaceTimed her, by the way, if you don't want to watch the whole video. And she said, my plan worked. I don't know what plan it is because I haven't watched the video. I so love this hummus. Can I just tell you that everything that I'm eating right here tastes so good? The salad is so fresh and I have some Italian on it. This rice has so much vegetables in it. This is a 1/3 cup of rice. And that lemon that I put in there is just the bomb.com. And that hummus, I'm starting to feel my tongue get cut up with all that lemon. Anyway, Joe, you do me a favor? Can you bring the tub of ice cream that I made from scratch? It's in a bigger tub, not the little one. Or you know what? Bring the little one so the big one don't have to melt. It's in the back freezer. And it's the frozen yogurt that I made from pineapple, but I have the regular size pint, and then I have a little bitty one. Bring the little bitty one. So anyways, I want to taste that for you guys. What do you think? You think that the young lady should have had him edit that out, the video, or not record that part at all? I'm not saying she shouldn't have written it. That's her thing. Thank you, sweetheart. These are the things that are so good. We have a fly in the house? Oh, that's your back scratcher. Okay. Pineapple frozen yogurt, and I made it with real yogurt. I found out when I did the test with Kaiser for the 6 weeks of hell I went through that the yogurts don't hurt my stomach like milk and cheese does. Anywho, oh, maybe I could put some of this on the salad. What do you guys think? So, do you think she should have wrote it? Well, do you think she should have showed it? Do you think the boy should have edited it out? And why do you think they put it in? Joe thinks it's for clicks and views. Not one person in the comment said anything about that. And if they did, maybe they deleted the comment. I looked to see if somebody said. No, I think I'm going to make a fake YouTube account so I could go write stuff like, why did you have to put this though? Joe, do you think she was trying to let the ex-girlfriend know I got her now? Because the ex-girlfriend constantly goes there to do mukbangs with him, but I think it's all business. Do you think that's a little sly way of I'm saying that, Joe? Answer, you can't shake your head, baby. What happened? You think that's like a sly way of her letting the ex-girlfriend know that I have the man now, you can't have him again? You think so? Or you think she was trying to let his parents know? This is what we do, and we don't care if you're godly. Huh?
I don't see why.
You don't see why she'd want to rub it to the parents? Well, she's been with him for a while. I don't know how long, at least over 8 months, and he's never introduced her to the parents. And then they're talking foolishness on the 1st of April. They made a video saying that they're in an open relationship. I don't agree with no open relationship ever. That's a lazy way of being in a relationship. Relationships are hard. And every so often I have to assess my own self to see if I'm giving all I can give in my relationship or if I'm giving too much. Slow down. But what I tell you guys, women, men like the chase. It goes for gay guys too. It's a man thing. I do a lot of nice things for Joe because he does a lot of nice things for me. If it were one-sided, maybe I wouldn't be that way. If Joe says, it's raining, I want soup and powder bun, it gives me joy to do that for him. But I don't like to decorate stuff, so don't ask me to decorate it, the room or plate it or what. No. I don't cook it, and then you go serve yourself. I always tell you guys I'm not a servant. I just can't, I don't like serving. That's why I don't like to belong to churches, because you always have to serve. That's a part of me that I need to work on. Anyways, I want to enjoy the rest of my meal. Oh, I want to taste this for you guys. Oh, it's too hard. I didn't taste it when I made it. I'm doing something with powder bun too. You guys are going to see a video. And I bought the body sauce so I could do a unboxing and a review on that. Oh, too hard. Let me get out a piece. This made with pineapple, okay? It's 3 ingredients, guys. I made a reel on this, I think. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore when I'm taping these videos. Because to make the regular video, the camera have to be landscape the regular way. To make the reel, I have to twist the camera profile or vertical, and only one camera can do it. If I try it with the other cameras that are in here, you got to flip, 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 and crop. With this, it does it. It has a gyroscope in there that does it. Joe, did you taste this? Oh my God. Joe, stop shake your head when I talk to you, baby. Then can't see you.
Yes.
Yes, sugar. What happened to the sugar? You guys, stay to the very end after I play my ending segment, because I'm going to show you guys something that Joe did to fix one of his tools that he's using. I just love the way this man brain creates. I think he's so abnormal with his creativity, you know. Anyways, if you want to know how to become a sponsor to the show, or if you have a recipe idea or a show idea, or if you just want to reach out and say, hey, please don't reach out with no 3-paragraph thing like that, because I don't have time to read all of that. If you want to tell me something quick, put it in 1 paragraph, okay? Reach out and say, hey, boo. So hit me up at this email, barepantryshow@gmail.com. And then, of course, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I'm telling my family members, I'm not going to call your names, but I'm telling family members, please, please, please leave me a comment, because that gets me in the algorithm. It's not just good enough that you're watching on your TV. Go pick up your phone and leave me a comment, even if it's just a heart. Make a fake YouTube name, I don't care. And then text me later and go, I'm Boo Boo Bear down the street. That's my fake YouTube name. Do that, okay? Bye. Remember, guys, we're not buying this book. Pick up a copy of this book instead. Beans and Rice Volume 2 is the only Belizean cookbook backed by the Bear Pantry Show. Take a look at all these wonderful recipes you'll find inside the pages. Not interested in Belizean dishes? Then The Pantry Laid Bare with these better than restaurant quality comfort foods might be the perfect book for you. Only need a small batch or a meal for 2? Then pick up a copy of No More Leftovers. Each book has many choices of delicious dishes from basic ingredients. This guide that came with the saw that covers the blade right here is made from plastic. Show it, Joe, how it is like real flexible, see? And it's not making the cuts real accurate because it moves. So Joe probably has to get a metal piece, but our metal guy that he went to go find to make it for him wasn't there today. So he came and he made this piece off of plexiglass, see? You guys see it? I'm telling you, necessity is the mother of invention. And this man's the father of invention.